Hello students, today I am going to teach you the lesson, the turning point. So children, what do you understand by turning point? Students, sometimes an event may bring about an important change in the life of a person or a group or a country. Such an event acts as a turning point. Discuss how these events can act as turning points and for whom. Students, sometimes you also have experience as you are small now. In future also you will experience more and more about it. Now students, sometimes you make some mischief in the class, suppose, and you have been given punishment. Though you have committed mistake, you will admit that it is your fault. Some students admit and they never repeat it again, but some students by mistake they are punished for being wrongly alleged and they are blamed by somebody else. So such students, they feel it, it hurts their mind, it hurts their heart, so they never forget such incident in their life. They remember it throughout their life, and they, whenever they get a chance, they will discuss or they will speak it out to some, either to their colleagues in future or to their children. And what they learned from that incident, that is very important. So mistakes may happen, but we should, without knowing ourselves, we commit sometimes mistakes, and such mistakes also teaches us one lesson which we can never forget in our life. Now suppose a student wins a scholarship. There he feels more encouraged, he feels very happy, and that time is a memorable for him, and it's also, we call it a turning point in his life. Now a player loses his wicket off the first ball, that also he remembers, and that also he never forgets. It also becomes a turning point in his life. A scientist finds a cure for cancer. So now cancer is a deadly disease. If the scientists, they carry on research, the scientists, lot of scientists in the world, throughout the world, carry on research, and they find a curative method for it. When they are successful, they feel very happy, and that becomes a turning point in their life. A country discovers oil reserves off its coast. Now oil, petroleum, is very valuable in our life. Without this petroleum oil, the life is going to be stopped, I think. Nowadays we often use these vehicles, and mostly all the vehicles, starting from the small scooter or scooty to big aeroplanes, all these run by oil. And there has been lot of oil wells in the world. So if the country which is rich in oil is supposed to be the richest country in the world. For example, the Gulf countries, there have been lot of oil wells, that's why they are very rich. So if our country also has lot of oil wells, so a country discovers oil reserves off its coast. Off its coast means away from its coast, so in the sea. That also becomes a turning point in the country, because the country never have to depend upon other countries for oil. So these are some of the examples of turning point. Now some of you children and your parents and your elders, they also have that a turning point in their life. You may ask them, or they may tell you also, if possible. So in that way you can learn what if your father is a doctor or engineer, you can ask him how he had become the doctor or engineer or a scientist. He will tell you about the ways and methods and how he worked hard, and from the small childhood also, it became his habit of reading well in the class, and acting according to his aim. and if he had a aim in his life from right from the childhood, he will try to achieve it somehow. So there should be strong determination while achieving it. I remember my teacher, Sri Siva Subramanya Iyer, who taught me in class 5. It was he who sowed the seeds of a vision in my life. He was a very good teacher, and all of us love to attend his class. Now, students, who is I here? I remember my teacher. That means I means not, it is not I or you, but it is the author. Here, who is the author of this lesson? Do you know, children? I think he is a well-known person. He is no other than our beloved President, former President, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Most of you know about him. What he is also known as the Missile Man of India. Served as the 11th President of Indian Republic. He was born on 15 October 1931 at Rameswaram in Tamil Nadu. Dr. Kalam is also the author of several books and has written many poems for children. So this is all about Dr. Kalam. In your future, as you grow up, gradually you will learn a lot of things about him. He is a man of good example. We must learn from his life, how he achieved biggest to highest goal. So in this lesson, the narrator is Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He, who his teacher was Sri Siva Subramanya Iyer. When he was reading in class 5, Mr. Iyer taught him in class 5. It was he who sowed the seeds of vision in my life. Sowed means planted, seeds of vision. What do you mean by seeds of vision? How should he look forward in his life? That is called the seed of a vision in my life. He was a very good teacher, and all of us loved to attend his class. Every student of his class liked him. They all liked to attend his class. One day he was teaching who? Subramaniam Iyer. Siva Subramania Iyer. You know, children, where Abdul Kalam was born? He was born in Rameswaram, a small village. One day he was teaching us about a bird's flight. He drew a diagram of a bird in flight and explained how it creates lift. He also explained how it changes direction while flying. For 25 minutes, his lecture was for 25 minutes. He was teaching the children about a bird's flight. You know how our aeroplanes came into exist? Well, the scientists who made the aeroplane, they were inspired by the bird's flight. No, by looking at the bird flying very high in the sky, it came to the mind of the scientists to make aeroplanes, and they have also been successful also. And they wanted to fly. They watched a bird how it flew in the height. How the bird takes off, and while landing, how he lands, he comes down. You might have also seen the birds flying. He also explained how it changes direction while flying. For 25 minutes, he went on teaching the children about the bird's flight. He lectured us on things such as lift, drag, and how birds fly in formations of 10, 20, or 30. So birds fly in the formation of 10, 20, and 30. At the end of the class, he wanted to know, you can see the birds fly in a V shape. V, the letter V in English alphabet. At the end of the class, he wanted to know whether we had understood how a bird flies. I said I had not understood. You see, the teacher, as all the other teachers also ask you whether you have understood or not. If you have any doubts, you can ask them. Similarly, the teacher Subramania Iyer also asked the students of 5th class. And what did Abdul Kalam reply? He said, I had not understood, means he had not understood the flight of the birds, what is taught by Mr. Iyer. When I said this, he asked whether the others had understood or not. So he came to know that Abdul Kalam did not understand. Similarly, he also started asking the other students whether they have understood or not. Many students said that they too had not understood. Like Kalam, there are some students also, most of the students also told that they also had not understood. Our teacher was really concerned about this, but he did not get upset by our response. If I tell you, children, have you seen the birds flying? Yes, yes, you all will shout, but how does the birds fly? What makes them fly? We should learn about that. Similarly, the teacher was teaching them everything, how the bird takes its turn while flying. And some children understood, some those who have not understood, they said that they have not understood. Our teacher was really concerned about this, but he did not get upset by our response. Upset means she was not irritated, not angry. He wanted to explain the children again and again how that same topic. He wanted us to understand the principles of flight. So he said that he would take all of us to the seashore. Seashore means the place near the sea. Have you seen children seashore? I think yes, because most of the parents like to take the children to the seashore. The nearby seashore to our town is Gopalpur, where we like to go in the evenings during summer season. And similarly, the teacher of Kalam also wanted to take them to the seashore that evening. And children, Rameswar town is near the seashore. The whole class was on the beach. He drew our attention to the seagulls flying in formation. There were about 20 of them. As you can see in the picture, the seagulls were a type of bird, mostly seen near the sea. And the bird catches the fish from the sea and again flies up. These seagulls were flying in formation like V, as you can see in the picture. There were about 20 seagulls. It was a marvelous formation of birds with a purpose, and we were all amazed as we began to recall what we had heard that morning. Teacher then asked us to look at the birds' wings. Now they flapped to generate lift, flapping, shaking of the wings to generate lift. How the birds will take off? You can see the aeroplane taking off, just like that. Seeing the aeroplane, seeing the bird flying aeroplane was made. So to look at the bird's wings, see the wings only help to fly. They flapped, they shook to generate lift. He asked us to look at the tail and the combination of flapping wings and twisting tail. We looked closely and found that the birds in that position could fly in the direction they wanted to. Then he asked us a question. Can you tell me where the bird's engine is and how it is powered? So that it's a very difficult question. It's a very difficult question. If anybody will ask the bird's engine, where is the bird's engine? What will you answer to them? You will say that he's inside his body, isn't it? Definitely everybody will give the same answer. And how is it powered? Powered means how it gets energy. We knew the answer to that question. All the aspects of the principles of flight became clear to us within the next 15 minutes. So when the teacher showed them the flying birds, and he also told them to look at their wings, how they flap to generate lift, all the aspects of the principles of flight became clear to us within the next 15 days. So there is principle means rules of flight, and children understood within 15 minutes. We understood clearly the dynamics of a bird's flight with the practical example in front of our eyes. Our teacher was the greatest. He had given us a lesson in theory as well as in practice. This is real teaching and learning, I thought to myself. So the teacher who taught him the principles of flight, he also taught them in theoretically he taught them, and he also taught them in practical also properly. Then it was clear, the fundamental of flight was clear to the children, and especially to Kala. For me, the incident was not merely an understanding of how a bird flies. That evening, on the seashore of Rameswaram, I decided that I wanted to study all I could about the concept of flight. So that incident is merely an understanding of how a bird flies. So that evening, what happened? No, on the seashore of Rameswaram, I decided that I wanted to study all I could about the concept of flight. At that time, I did not realize that eventually I would move towards the study of the science of flying. I was my teacher's lesson and the flight I had witnessed which inspired me of my interest in further studying the science of flight. He presently explained how that I should complete class 8 to go to high school and from there to college and take up the study of the sciences. This advice and the lesson, the flight of the birds, really gave me my mission for life. So when I went to college, I took up physics and then went on study engineering at the Madras Institute of Technology. There I took up aeronautical engineering. My life was transformed. I became the rocket engineer aerospace engineer and a technologist. So this the teaching of his teacher, Mr. Subramaniam Iyer, inspired Mr. Kalam's life a lot. That in future he wanted to study engineering. He went to the college and there he took up physics and then he went to study engineering at the Madras Institute. Madras means nowadays it's called Chennai. Then I took up aeronautical engineering. I means here the student. Sorry, I means here the writer Kalam. My life was transformed, changed. I became a rocket engineer, aerospace engineer, and a technologist. This memory of my teacher encouraging me to ask questions and then showing a real life examples to aid my comprehension remained with me all my life. After all, it had proved a turning point in my life. It initiated and eventually shaped my profession. Sri Subramaniam Iyer was the catalyst. Catalyst means here it's given children. Someone or something that causes a change. Initiated means started. Transformed, changed. And then showing real life example to aid my comprehension remained with me all my life. After all, it had proved a turning point in my life. So the teaching of Subramaniam Iyer, the teacher, um, impress the writer or Kalam so much that it became a turning point in his life. He became determined to become an aeronautical engineer, aerospace engineer, technologist, rocket engineer. It initiated means it started the event and eventually shaped my profession. Profession means his job. Sri Siva Subramania Iyer was the catalyst who ignited. Catalyst means something that causes a change. Ignited means lighted here. Lighted, burn. Ignited our young minds by allowing us to ask questions and then answering them till we achieved complete understanding. So this is how the teacher should be. The teacher should clear all the doubts of the student's mind and also inspire him like a Kala. This is extraction adapted from Pride of the Nation by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. And I also told the children what about Abdul Kalam. And he was the former president, 11th president of India, Indian Republic. Now the lesson is finished, children. I hope you might have understood. It's better if you will read the lesson once and understand well. Okay, so let me stop here, children.